Hi guys, I'm with my old friend Rod here from LA. Now he's in Nebraska husking the corn every day out in the fields. We're just going to chat like we always do about guitars, music, creativity, songwriting, recording, and who knows what else. Okay, how's it going, Rod?
Hello, Dino. Long time no see.
I
Really,
know it's been a while.
for real.
I think last time we chatted was the video call we did with Ben a while ago.
Yes, he did stop by.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was doing a show.
Oh yeah, he was visiting you. Yeah.
Yeah, he stopped by just for that show. That I think he was the only one in the audience.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure we talked about this a long time ago. Like, okay, I'll tell everybody. Me and Rod go pretty far back. We
High
both went
school
to this.
days.
We both went to the same junior high and high schools, but we actually
Hmm.
started meeting and knowing each other in after high school,
Yes.
like in the college days and stuff, and jamming and the band days and all those crazy wild times. So I'm sure we talked about this a long time ago back then. But when did you start playing the guitar, and how did you start getting a guitar?
Sheesh.
How did this guitar come into your life?
My brother brought he was taking guitar lessons, I think in Mount Gleason Junior High, obviously.
Mhm.
Tahunga's, Southern California. If everyone knows Tahunga, the
Yes,
rock.
Sunland, Tahunga. I'm from Sunland. Rod's from Tahunga.
Well, and then I moved out both. I lived in both cities, but either way,
Yeah, yeah,
he brought an old acoustic classical nylon
yeah.
string,
Hmm.
and then I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I hit it, and I was like, then I realized that I should actually hum whatever I would hum, I would be able to play it on the guitar, so
Hmm.
that made it a little easier. So I was like, oh, dude. So I started messing around with it, and I think that was it. It was like,
Hmm.
I still have the guitar here. It's a
Yeah.
husk.
It's wrapped in corn husk.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the guitar case you got it in. So then how did music come into your life? And I guess was that it, or was there always music being played where you when in your family
No,
household?
my parents they're from El Salvador, so they have a lot. They're older too. They're like them the in their heydays, teenage, probably 20s. They were probably in their 60s, dude. So that
Hmm.
kind of music was it. They were more traditional, so it was like Frank Sinatra was all being played. You know, it's old school stuff, and then a lot of
And
Latin music. Mhm.
Dean Martin also.
Dude, for real, bro. The whole Rat Pack.
Nice,
Oh
nice.
Lord,
So
Sammy Davis.
I was in there somewhere.
No, that was not Dino's.
Well, it's Dino. Dean Martin is Dino. So
No, he wasn't Dino, was he? I thought
yes,
he
that
was
was his
Dean.
real Italian name.
Dans. Oh, then he
Dino.
changed it for the. I didn't know that. Look at you
Where do
giving
you
us
think
some
my name came
Italian.
from, dude?
No, bro. I thought that
Yes,
was
my mom
somewhere
was
from.
way into Dean Martin's music
I
when she
didn't
was a
know that. That's
teenager,
crazy.
little kid, and that's what she named me.
Oh my gosh. That's
Hmm.
funny, dude.
I
Well,
think I told you this a long time ago. You probably
I
forgotten.
probably forgot, dude. I don't think you
Or
ever told
actually,
me that.
maybe
I
I
don't
didn't want
remember.
to. Maybe back in those days, I didn't really like talking about
It's like Dean Martin. Who's Dean Martin, dude?
it. Yeah,
He was a badass, bro. Don't get him wrong.
yeah.
He was pretty
He
crazy.
everybody sings his songs at Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
I see they do. I do, you know. But
Yeah.
besides Dean and Dino,
Hmm.
that's pretty much. I mean, I started with music as a kid, just listening to stuff. Actually, MTV
Yeah.
120 minutes, if you remember
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
old
Of
show.
course.
I forgot who the guy was who did it.
That one
But
weird English dude they had, this English guy,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
so I was a lot into like English rock more than like local bands here,
Hmm.
so like I guess because at that time it was like Guns N' Roses and all that other stuff was out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like those were my teenage days. And I wasn't really into that. Like Metallica, I'm more into it now than I ever was back in the day. And I'm not really too into that, but it's crazy. So music was part of the whole thing. Picking
Yeah.
up new bands, listening to that, going to the stores, going to the warehouse and picking up tapes,
Hmm.
going to Kmart when they still sold 45s
Hmm.
and 12, bro. No one even
Yeah.
knows Kmart, bro. We're dating ourselves here, but
We
either way.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Costco? You talking about Target?
Yeah, I think
But
you're just talking
no,
about Trader Joe's or something. I don't know what you're.
that's hilarious though. No, but that's how it all began. Like getting, tapes and listening to new stuff and because there's no internet back then,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
how the hell do
We
your
had
friend
guitar
have to tell you
magazines.
this?
That was it.
Exactly.
And
But yeah,
that's how we learned songs. That's how I learned songs was guitar magazines and listening to the music and
correct. And
playing
that
it along with
mine was
it.
like, yeah, mine was 120 minutes. That was
Hmm.
a very big staple of like me learning bands. But yeah, that was fun. That was back in the day.
And yeah, because I remember when I was 13 years old, up until I was way into like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix. And
Hmm.
then at 15, like the Cure came and hit me. And then I was like, there was a period where all I could listen to was either Jimi Hendrix or the Cure. That's it. Nothing else. I hated everything else but those two bands.
Should have started a band like the real psychedelic,
Yeah,
like
this is like me in a
psychedelic
nutshell.
goth.
Jimi Hendrix meets the Cure is like my brain in a nutshell right there. So
That's a good combo though, man.
yeah.
Like purple haze
Yeah.
in my brain. It's like I
Exactly.
don't know
Where
how
do you
to
think
I wouldn't
Robert
sing it.
Smith got that weird, crazy singing from? You sounded just like Robert Smith right there.
Oh Lord, dude, don't even get me.
Yeah.
Just like heaven. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I could do a better Morrissey.
Please don't. I'll have to end this meeting right now if you
Just go
start
ha
doing
ha
Morrissey.
ha ha ha.
I'm
That's
gonna.
it,
This
dude.
part is getting edited out. The video out.
It's
this
still
part of
about
this
it's
part of
still
the
about
video is off
music.
the label, man.
Still about music, Dino. Come on.
I know. So anyway, tell me more about the favorite bands. The
Oh,
bands that
favorite
really
bands
made
were
you like the
I was
bands
like
that made you like want to write your own songs.
Stone Roses for sure, bro.
Hmm.
All Manchester. Anything
Yeah.
Manchester,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know why. I probably was born in my past life in England or something, dude. I was a
Well,
royale. Who knows
well,
though?
I think
But
that stuff was everywhere. That stuff was hitting all of us. I mean, it was
yeah, it was a
everywhere in the
British
underground
rock.
side of
I
it.
think they called it the British invasion, like the
They called
second
it
British invasion.
Brit pop kind of was there,
Britpop, yeah.
and some kind of other mix of it, Brit pop and something else.
Like the
And so,
Charlatans UK, all that
mhm,
old like shoegazy shit. I don't know if
yeah,
I can cuss in this show. Can we cuss?
I don't know.
You might have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some kind of
But
a weird
yeah,
duck sound, like a duck
duck sound.
quacking sound.
You
You
should do
know,
like corn. Not the duck one, bro. They'll let you though. I don't think it's if you're dropping like F bombs, I think they'll do that. But either
I
way,
did that in one of my videos, and I made my sound over it because there's like little kids sometimes that watch this channel. Kids like learning
wow.
music or something, so I gotta be careful.
YouTube and their censorship. But
So
yeah,
yeah,
man, it was British invasion. Some American stuff like I think it was Ned's Atomic Dustbin. That was another one that was
weren't they
local.
also
That
English?
was I have no idea. They might have. I think
It
they
sounds like a
liked
very
all the
English
English.
thing. It's all those weird names, Jesus Jones and
Jesus, yeah. Well,
Uncle
and who else?
Lizard or whatever. I don't
There
know.
wasn't really any like local bands that I really liked. Like, but either way, it's all British rock stuff. And
Pick one of your favorite Stone Roses songs and tell me about it.
well, I think that was I'm the Resurrection though, because of the breakdown. That
Hmm.
last break, bro, was sick. That song, that was groove, bro.
Hmm.
Like when people are laying down some groove.
Hmm.
The first part is like very Motown-ish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got the tats kind of beats and stuff, but you break it down and it goes into this funk ass groove. It's
Hmm.
good. It's very,
Yeah.
very good. The bass line is sick. Drumming, Rennie, the homie, dude. Oh man,
Yeah. See, that's the thing is every
he made
player
me
in
want to
there
wear
was pretty
Kangol.
sick.
It
Like
wasn't
every
LL Cool J.
Yeah, like to me, they were like in Led Zeppelin in the way that every single one of them
Mhm.
was really great at their instrument. Like John Squire is still this amazing guitar player, and I even did a YouTube short about him.
Yeah, John Squire's
And then
sick,
at
dude.
some point, I'm thinking about doing a full video profile on him. So yeah, you can give me some feedback. Maybe I'd like songs I can focus on.
That was
That
their
one,
heyday though. That to me was like, wow, I learned that lead like it took me like a week and a half,
like
2 weeks, dude.
three
Like
years.
4 hours a day. At least 4 hours a
You
day,
still
like
don't
a
know
week
how
and a
to
half.
play it.
Probably not, dude. I
Oh my god.
regressed. But yeah, that took me a long time. I did that stuff with some like Grateful Dead leads too, like Jerry Garcia shit. I was like, wow. I never did it for Jimmy. Never got it like you. That must have been like you. You're
Yeah.
sitting there like 2 hours later though, with no tabs, no
Dude, I was
books on
listening to
that,
Jimi
dude.
Hendrix since I was 13, and I started playing the
Mhm.
guitar when I was 11. So he's like that one. Him and Richie Blackmore and Jimi Hendrix are like the two. And then
No Stevie Ray Vaughan, dude.
Jimmy Page came later, and then Stevie Ray Vaughan came later.
Okay, everyone
Stevie
has to.
Ray
That
Vaughan
boy is
came
crazy.
around the end of high school, college times, around
We
that
can talk
time.
guitar players all day long.
Yeah,
By the
that's
way,
what
I have a limited
that's what this
stretch.
whole video is all. That's what this whole video is
Oh,
all
we're
about.
talking about guitars here?
We're gonna go bonkers on guitars as much as possible because it's my YouTube channel. I can talk about guitars as much as I want.
I thought this was a Tupperware commercial.
Well, that too, but that comes later. So
Oh, that's your
yeah.
sponsor.
So yeah, tell me about another song, two more songs of theirs, and like tell
Oh,
me specifically like guitar tones, which like how do you like the guitar
same
tones in these
same
things?
album, bro. Fool's Gold, dude. That's what made me want to buy a wah pedal.
Hmm.
I was like, damn, like how could he make that wah sound like that? You know? And that was
Yeah,
the first time hearing that. And then the beat was just so it was just so Manchester, so like rave. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
So
that's
it's
when the
those two
raves were
worlds
in.
coming together.
Yeah, they were like
Be-
colliding, and then you were like, "Wow, that bass line was sick too, bro."
Because
And and
if you read about him, he's like
mhm,
Jimi Hendrix is his number one guy too. That's why he plays a Strat,
that's
and
perfect. You should
it's
have got
just.
a left-handed Strat then.
But that's one of the things. Like when I first heard the Stone Roses, I heard this Jimi Hendrix influence right away, and that kind
Hmm.
of helped. That kind of helped pull me into being open to listening to them more, simply because I
Yeah.
heard that influence, and I was so into Jimi Hendrix that anytime I heard even like a tiniest influence of it anywhere, I could tell it was
Hmm.
there. And so it was all over the Stone Roses stuff. Of course, definitely the Wah,
Yeah, that wah was killer, bro.
because you can tell when somebody is when some guy's playing the Wah and he's got Jimi Hendrix influence from listening to the Wah,
Hmm.
you can tell this is happening.
So I
So
guess I
yeah,
got Jimi Hendrix influence from Johnny Marr
exactly. Or John
via
Squire.
third party. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, John. I said, oh, the
Oh my
Smiths.
God.
Sorry, bro. I was thinking of Johnny
The
Marr.
people, our LA people watching this are having a freaking heart attack right
That's
now.
still Manchester, though, right? It's still Manchester, no?
Yeah, but it's like a real rookie mistake right there, man. You lost all your
Oh, come
Manchester
on.
credibility,
I was
that.
was thinking about both of them because they both did an album a little while ago.
Yeah.
Think that, or they did. They've collaborated a couple of times.
Yeah. And recently John Squire did with his album with Liam Gallagher. Have you heard of some of it?
No, I have not. I
It's
gotta
pretty
check that
good. You
out.
should check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I got more into like underground stuff now, dude. Like more American underground, like stoner rock music, like
Oh,
kind
really?
of
That's what I've been
yeah,
listening to, like the stuff I used to listen to in the college days. And
like
then one
doom
day, like
music.
Spotify kind of, I did a video about it, like the one of my favorite songs in there
Mhm.
about driving in the desert and stuff. And so, because of
Desert music.
Spotify, I found a couple other bands from that era, but I never listened to them back then. So I started listening to them a lot right now, and
Yeah, look, that's what's cool
I'm like
about
really
music.
obsessed with heavy guitar music at the moment. So,
Yeah, guitar stuff is good, man. I try to implement that. I
but
have
I'm
this.
also like finishing up an electronic dance track, so it's like all over the place. But like
You've
I
always
want to do
done
more
that
of
though.
these. Yeah,
You've always had that electronic flow, especially
yeah, and I
in your
always want to
last
mix them
project.
up and see how well they can work together. You know what I mean?
The Infinite Seas is what you had, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
That was
And even
dope.
before that, I was
Still is.
doing like heavy guitars with electronic stuff.
Mm.
But now I'm going to try to go like really heavy guitars, but somehow combine it with dance music and see how it happens. Are you a guitarist or musician? Do you want to do a music chat episode with me? Then email me at contact@infinitecreativitygroup.com and put music chat in the subject. You know it'll bring a huge smile to my face if you like this video and subscribe. So go ahead and smash those buttons. Now let's get back to the episode.
I've been layering distortions on my stuff lately to make it sound like cats and
Like
tigers, bro.
which distortions are you using?
Oh, like well, if we're talking guitar stuff, bro, this is the we'll have a little bit
Yeah,
more.
just show me one.
We'll
Yeah,
bring the tray
okay.
a little closer,
Yes,
bro.
let's do it.
Look at that. Look at this. It's like we're displaying stuff here, boys and
Hmm.
girls.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Nah, but this is actually for my voice though. This is
Mhm,
the TC Helion one. This is the GT something harmonizer. This allows you to have like two different harmonies
mhm,
on your vocals. Yeah, it has comes with an effects pedal and it
mhm.
has some guitar stuff. You can actually run your guitar through here and it
Mhm.
will pitch your voice to the sound of your guitar too. So if
What?
you run your guitar, yeah, if you run your guitar, whatever your guitar tone is at, it'll try to match the
That is
voice.
wild.
Your back. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like you can't be too far off unless you really, 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 really suck. It's no auto tune, that's for sure, bro.
Exactly.
Then for my thing, everything's blocked out because I'm like don't want anyone to know. So only the people that are listening to this are gonna know Caterpillar super secrets, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then this one's the Tech 21, the NYC version though. This one comes with like three
Oh, that's like
different.
your preamps.
Yeah. So this is like an emulator. It comes with
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it says a California has a British
I
cab and
used
then
to
it
have
has
a
a
really
tweed.
old version of that back in the old days when we used to back
Dude,
in
I
the
didn't
old
even
days.
know that, but what's his face used a Tech 21. What's his face from Nirvana, man? Kurt Cobain. That was
Wow.
pretty much
Okay.
all he had was that but it wasn't this model. It
It
was
was probably the
probably
one I
based.
had.
It
I
probably
had the
was though,
really
bro.
ancient version of that.
Yeah, it was like the one pedal like that, dude, and it had like,
Yeah, mine didn't have that many knobs and it wasn't that big.
hmm
And it
exactly.
didn't have that many. It didn't. That thing has three switches. Mine only had one on-off switch.
So instead of like buying three different guitar distortions, I just use this one and program each one to a
Hmm.
different cab.
And
And
is it
then
like digital? You can save presets.
yeah, you can, but you have to have a battery on it. And every time I unplug it, dude, it just resets again.
Oh
So
my god, that's
I gotta
terrible.
figure that. Yeah, it is. So I have to remember all my tones already. Because
Good
one of
lord,
them
that's
is like
horrible.
just one of them is like mid gets distortion for like
Hmm.
if you want your crunchy shit. This one's more for a cruncher, and this one's my lead. So you got your boost
Hmm.
for your lead. And then this one's a flanger, DOD flanger, but for a
Hmm.
bass. I don't know if that makes
Hmm.
it any better or not.
Well,
I think I'm
flange. I
just
know when flange goes on the bottom curve, the bass goes really rumbly and stuff. So
so I don't know.
usually,
Maybe I need the guitar version for it. And maybe
yeah.
just give this to the pedal. I do like it. It's not one of the greatest flange. I still
One
need to get.
little
Hmm
production trick I can tell you about flange is when you have a flanger, what you want to do is put a low cut
hmm
on it, like put a low cut like below 60 or even 80 or something, right? Because what happens
Yeah,
is when that thing, when if you play a chord, right,
yeah. It
and then
won't
that flanger
register.
comes down on the low thing, it goes and it becomes very sub and it distorts in a really
Yeah,
disgusting
distort
way.
shit.
So, but
Uh-huh.
if you put that cutoff right at 60 or 80, like 80 hertz or more, or like 80
hmm
hertz or down, that effect doesn't happen as much, and the overall flange sound is more even.
I
So
think that could be the case because I
this has
do. This
happened
one
before,
comes
and
out.
I learned this because this same problem was happening to me, and this is how I figured it out.
But the thing about it is that I actually have the option to go that low. You know what I mean? I think the
No,
acoustic.
what I'm saying is like when
Mhm,
the flange is a waveform, right? But when it goes down to the
mhm,
bottom dip, like the bottom part, it gets very
mhm.
bassy. So what happens is when you put that low cut, it evens out that bass, so it's kind of
Oh,
a more
gotcha.
overall sound is the same.
Now I need to
So
put an
that
EQ. I need to put an EQ pedal just for you on that one, bro, right here.
yeah, there you
So I
go.
can do a low cut.
Or you just do it on the DAW. I usually do it on the DAW after I record or something like that.
This is my live. This would be a more of a live setup though.
Oh, okay.
But I have
Oh,
two
then
more
you can,
spaces.
yeah, then you would need an EQ for that. But then you can,
Yeah,
what you can do is dial the EQ on the amp to do that. But you'll have to
true.
change the amp setting for each patch whenever you have the
No,
flange. I
the
don't know.
amp setting, I'm already doing a foot switch on that one because it's I'm using the Marshall and MG 250,
Hmm.
the DFX. I like the effects on that are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But on the distortion with the cat with a California Brit, with California Cab, which is a very light distortion,
Hmm.
and then you put the Marshall stock
Hmm.
distortion on that, just your overdrive on that, bro. It makes like a tiger. I call it like the tiger distortion, bro. It is like
It's
it
like
sounds
you're
like a
growling.
cat. No, it goes,
Oh,
it's fast, bro.
is it like the
It's
El
almost
Salvadorian cougar or something?
oh, you don't want to get inside the El Salvadorian cougar, bro.
Oh, the El Salvadorian jaguar. Sorry.
The jaguar, there you go.
Jaguaro.
Jaguar.
Like one of those remember those Mexican wrestling shows when we were a kid? They
Yeah.
would have all those characters
Lucha
with the
Libre,
mask.
bro. That's it,
Exactly,
man.
lucha libre.
I
You,
would
you
my
you don't know what life is. You haven't lived life unless you've seen lucha libre.
I have this cat that he goes by Misery and he wears a mask because
Uh-huh.
it's his persona. He's a screamer guy though. I'm actually doing a project with him. It's
Oh
called
my god,
Three Just One. It's like avant-garde punk metal
nice.
and screamy. I'll send you I'll send you
With a
you to
little bit of
flip your a little bit of
lucha libre
garage.
thrown in.
Hey, you could, bro. I'm telling you though.
Yeah. All
But
right.
obviously
So
you got your Dunlop. Look, you got your
now you
Dunlop
have your wah there.
the wah. This is like
Hmm.
the cheese, like the standard, the one you get. I don't
Hmm.
think they make those anymore. And then I want one of those flashback reverbs, bro.
Oh
Those
yeah, I
flashback
got to play one
reverbs.
of those recently because somebody visited me, and
Ah, bro, those are badass, dude.
it was in the vid. I did it in
I
the
think I
video
saw.
few videos
Mhm.
ago. It was my friend brought this over, and I
Yeah, it's a smaller
played
pedal.
through it, and then he was
Mhm.
like tweaking knobs while I was playing. It was pretty wild.
You can get some really, really good like reverb.
Like,
I wish they would make a plugin
yeah,
that
because
fits
if you could
flashback.
like have a
Mhm.
plug-in and like have a pedal to assign like MIDI wise and then control that stuff
Totally,
with your
bro.
foot, that's the best.
Oh, do a foot switch on that. Just go from
Hmm.
one reverb to another reverb to another. Now we're just nerding out on stuff.
Yeah, that's how it's all about. We got
And
most of the people on my channel are all guitar players. They're gonna love this stuff, so
they're funny though. And I got, well, you have to have a little delay of something though. But
of
this is like
course
the
I
electric
can't live without
harmonics.
delay.
This is the I think this is the D1. I can't even see anymore. Yeah, this is the D1. It's not like the D. I think it was a D2 or something like that, delay two, or where it had a lot more options. That's the one I really wanted.
Mhm.
But my homie was getting rid of it. I paid him like I think like $40 for it. I was like, cool. And then obviously at the end you got your what you call it tuner.
Tuner.
Yeah, but I do have spaces for two more, and I'm
Yeah, you're
actually
gonna have
gonna
to fill those up with something.
I want to get the reverb, and I'm gonna replace this delay with another delay,
Mhm.
and then I want to get I don't really need a chorus because this flange is pretty much a chorus. You know what I mean? You can just
Yeah, but
make it
chorus
sound
is
like
a
a
bit
chorus.
more suited for guitar because it doesn't do that big dippy low end thing.
Yeah, it does. But I can actually take that out,
Mhm.
make it literally just a reverb, just a different
And
sound.
then
I
what's
don't need
that?
a chorus.
What's that? What are those lights above the wall there?
Oh, that's just my power supply.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. I have to because this is all plugged in. I got it in a nice
Oh,
like
that's good
gator
because then you
case.
don't have to
Mhm.
like waste tons of money on batteries.
No, hell no. But that's what sucks though, because you do have to get some batteries for like things that retain like this TC. This I think already comes with a battery inside of it.
Mhm.
So this retains the presets and all that. But this one right here doesn't. So you
Yeah.
have to put a 9 volt in there, and it doesn't recharge the 9 volt unless I get one of those rechargeable 9 volts. You know what I mean?
And then
Just
what
keep that
happens
in
when
there.
you change the 9 volt? Do you lose the things
It kills.
again?
It kills. Yeah,
Oh
it
my
kills
god.
all your
There
presets.
must be some setting in
That's
there
old
that's
school though,
doing it.
but dude, this is like from the 90s though, dude.
Oh,
This is
if
like
I was you,
early, late
I'd
90s.
Google
Yeah.
this or search YouTube. I guarantee you somebody has one
Hmm.
of those and has the same problem.
Well, what I'm thinking is you get a rechargeable 9 volt, and then when you put that in, it recharges as soon as you because it's plugged in. You know what I mean? It should recharge your 9 volt also.
When it's
So
off.
unless, yeah,
No,
but the
because
thing
the
about it,
usually pedals drain the batteries no matter what. That's why I remember like back when we were kids, like we'd
mhm.
leave the battery overnight inside and with the
Yeah,
cable
with it
plugged in
plugged
on the
in,
input, and then the
and
next
it would
morning the
drain.
battery's dead
You're
and stuff.
right. So maybe I would have to hardwire it.
But
I would have
actually,
to.
it only happens if you have something plugged into the input. So if you have nothing plugged into the input, it shouldn't happen.
You're right. I can probably just unplug it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and save the battery, but eventually it'll die. So you have to remember your plug-in, your presets. And who the hell does that? You know what I mean?
No, I
Especially
can't
with this,
remember
it's
anything.
just
I can't even
yeah,
remember
you'd
phone
have to
numbers anymore back like in the old days.
what is a phone number? Sorry, I got out of shot.
Yeah.
But not too elaborate though. I would really want to have, the flashback for sure because you can have this epic, really nice this delay. I'm sorry, reverbs,
Mhm.
like just gigantic halls, you know.
Yeah, it has
That's
a
one of
lot
those.
of different it does have a ton of different things all in one pedal. So that for that itself, it's really worth it for having that
Another
much
one that
variety.
I'd like to have is like a one of those modulators. That's like effects modulator, where you can make it sound like like keyboard or something, dude. You know what I mean? Where not too MIDI or not too crazy though, but like
A little bit of like
something that's
a little bit of a guitar synthesizer kind of thing.
yeah, it's like a guitar synth. So in case you need some really cool like background bass
Hmm.
riffs or guitar riffs, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That will hold the beat down or whatever. But yeah, besides that, man, there you go. And the short and a little bit of short things of it. The
Hmm.
guitar that I use is a Gibson Studio Les
Hmm.
Paul. That one actually was really good. It was. Did they close
Is
the
the
one on
black one?
Sunset, the Guitar Center on Sunset Hollywood? Did they already
I
close that?
haven't been in LA for years. I don't
Uh,
know.
I think they closed the Sam Ash
Yeah.
on Sunset. That's the one they closed.
Yeah.
But the one I got that one at the Guitar Center in Hollywood, where it has all the stupid hands on there. I think oh, I don't know. Either way
Well, when
though.
I got the guitar, I told them I want the one in the back that nobody touched and made them get it for me.
No, this was the store model. This was actually the show model one, dude. So
Yeah.
everyone had their hands on that one.
All right. So let's
So
show it.
I took off the guard because those things are pretty lame, dude. Who plays a Les Paul with the guard still on it, dude? Who plays
Les
a
Paul
Les
with the
Paul with the
pick
guard
guard.
on it? Yeah.
I don't really see Les Pauls with pick guards. Oh no, Jimmy Page had the fancy
Yeah.
pick, his
They do it just to be
classic pick guard.
traditional. But I mean,
Or
this is a
it
standard.
was just a thing. They didn't think about removing them. They
Yeah.
didn't like it
So this is
wasn't a thing.
your standard Gibson Les Paul
Hmm.
studio, obviously.
Hmm.
It's the black one you can just purchase. They're
So
pretty much What model are they actually based on? Do you know?
So, I mean, does the studio have coil splitting on the pickups? Because I heard that studios sometimes have that because it's made
I
studios. The name is because it's made
Mhm.
for recording.
For
That's why
recording, yeah.
it's supposed to have like
I mean,
pickup splitting or something.
it does have two
Like, can you
pickups.
pull up and down on your
Yeah.
volume knob? Does it work? Like pull up
No,
and down on the volume, like up
no,
and
I
down,
don't.
not side, not turning it.
No, it doesn't. Well, actually, the knob just came out on the,
Oh, okay.
but no, it doesn't have a pull. A pull.
I see.
Yeah, so it's. I don't know
Yeah,
if
this
that's
is
the
the guitar
case.
that you had it in in Hawk, and I kept bugging you to get it out. And you finally
Oh
did.
no, I never got that. I never hawked this one, bro. This one is
Wait,
unhawkable. Yeah, it was
really? Then
when
where's that one?
that one is. I left it in hawk. Oh no, it broke. That's why. That's why
Oh,
it fell out.
okay.
Because the knob was broken already. Look,
Hmm.
it has a
Okay.
little. You see how it's broken
Oh,
on
it's
the
cracked
inside?
in there.
I just rocked too hard, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I take this
I
out
don't
to.
know
So I
about
gotta.
that.
I have a couple of other knobs that
Well, let's
I
not
use
get too.
to
Let's not get up way off the reservation here, shall we?
breaking my guitar too. But then I use another guitar. I use another guitar, which I'm starting my own line of guitars. I said, screw it,
Oh.
bro. So this is a kit that I got from a company that's called Bex Gears. This is no,
Hmm.
they're not paying me to do this anyways. There's no sponsorship either.
Hmm.
But
Just do it.
I went ahead and did put my logo.
Oh, that's cool.
This is Caterpillar.
So
And
you can. How
obviously
do
this
they
is
do that? Do you like do it online? Like you put it in there and they like.
not, believe it or not, bro, it's a very simple process. You just have to get good at doing it. This sucks. If you
But I
look at
mean,
it
you did it with
close, it
like
looks
yourself with some kind of
yeah,
instrument.
all it is, bro, is packing tape paper and a printer. And that's it. And just logos.
Hmm.
So what
But
you
you
do
made
is
the
you'll
logo on the computer first, and then kind of
yeah,
sprayed it up on there. Okay.
yeah. Then it goes onto a tape, like packing tape. You know what I mean? Like the one you use for moving. You literally put that there. The paint from the printer stays on the packing paper
Mhm.
when you dissolve it with water. And then that packing paper strip has the actual ink on it, which is what it looks like.
Show me the body.
Yeah. The body on this one is it's a pretty much a it's a
Strat
telecast
like.
a strat. Yeah, it's a strat, not telecaster.
Mhm.
Which it has your three pickups. That's not double coil though, or the double like the Seymour Duncans.
Uh-huh.
This
So it's
one
got that wood stain kind of feel on it.
I actually did it. It comes separate. You have to build it yourself. So
So
it comes
you
raw.
put this whole thing together yourself.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
wanted this
Okay.
is why I wanted to make it.
I didn't
Even
know
the back
I
even in
didn't
the
know you
back
had it in you.
even in the back, bro, it's got my Caterpillar caster. No shit,
Wow.
huh? I mean, it takes a lot of love, bro, because you have to intonate it. You have to
Okay.
still. I have something weird
All
here on
right.
the
Let me show you something. In the whole spirit of do it yourself, I actually made a
Mhm,
video about doing this, but I bought this. I always wanted like a Les Paul guitar with a whammy bar, but without like
mhm.
drilling in and cutting the wood. So I found this thing. You see
Yeah,
this?
I saw your video on that
Yeah,
one. It
yeah.
is
So this
dope,
thing was
bro.
like $100, and but I was in the no, I was
Mhm.
here at the time, and this was only 100. And I bought it through that German store, and
You
all
just
you
have to
do is
drill one more hole.
you don't have to drill anything. You do nothing.
Mhm.
The You just take off the old bridge and the screws, put in the new bridge and the screws. That's it. Two screws. That's it.
Stick
And they're perfectly spaced. That's what I was worried about. Is it going to be perfectly spaced? Is it
spacing.
like
Yeah,
European spacing different from US spacing? But no, it was exactly the same. It was like
it's metric, bro. Metric.
It's to Gibson spacing, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's
And
standard.
it fit perfectly. And I didn't do nothing, no cuts, no nothing. And the best part is you can move this knob back and forth to get this thing the way you want.
Yeah, that looks crazy, especially because no one really has that kind of bridge, dude.
Yeah, and
Like
they
who
were
has
there.
that
I
kind
just
of?
never, I didn't even know they existed. This German guitar builder I know here,
I
he
saw
told me about it.
I saw that, but one thing that they need to do about
Chair noises.
one thing about Stratocasters, I love Stratocasters, though, but look at the bridge, bro. How uncomfortable it is to put your hand on that bridge
Yeah,
compared
that's
to
one thing,
you
and
know.
that's why I also changed the the bridge on my Strat. So, like but
I
I
think
can't
that's gonna be
believe
the next
how
upgrade, though.
I just can't
But
believe how Jimi Hendrix was doing it with those
with the
insane whammy bars back in the day. They were so hard. They had so much hard tension, but he
dude,
was
and
just like
how did he keep it in?
going.
He tuned up as he was.
You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
but either way though, he would untune it. Obviously, when you slam
Yeah.
that guitar, there's no locks on
And
any of
then
that. So
supposedly there was I saw this thing from Paul McCartney that he said he went to see Jimi Hendrix play, and his guitar went out of tune. And he went up to the microphone. He said, "Hey, is Eric out there? Can you come up and tune my guitar?" He's talking to Eric Clapton, who's in the audience. He's like, "Hey,
Oh,
can
could
you
you
come
tune
up
up
and
my
tune
guitar?
my guitar?"
Because he was that high. Oh my god.
He was like, he was on some another planet back at that point.
He was like, "Can you tune the string, the Y string, dude?" But
So,
bro, okay, so how much do you think this was?
um, $300
The kit was $80.
for all of it.
All of it, bro. I mean, what probably cost me money was having to replace the top here because I
You
broke
mean
the knobs.
including
I
the
broke
pickups and everything, like everything completely?
everything, bro. I mean, this
How is
is
that? How's
straight
how is
off.
that even possible?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Especially now with
Bex.
inflation like way beyond what it used to be. So
That's why I got it. I have to see how this sounds, and it's not that bad, bro. I just
for
have to
eighty
fix the
dollars just to have another guitar,
yeah.
I
I
mean,
just have to have the nut fixed because the bottom E right here
mhm.
vibrates, so it sounds more like a sitar when you hit it. So it's all
Yeah,
you can
that
hear
the
it
one
like
on the
this thing.
guitar I just showed you, it's not even like glued down properly. It kind
Yeah.
of goes back and
If you
forth a
can
little
hear
bit.
it, this is for the guitar guys. You
I
hear
can't hear.
it just vibrates a little bit on the fretboard, I think, and even if I put it really high, then it affects the action. So
Yeah.
I'm like, ah. So that's something you got. That's what you get for $80, though, bro.
Are you a guitarist or musician? Do you want to do a music chat episode with me? Then email me at contact@infinitecreativitygroup.com and put music chat in the subject. You know it'll bring a huge smile to my face if you like this video and subscribe. So go ahead and smash those buttons. Don't forget to download my free Boss GT100 Easy Guide. Just click the link in the video description below and sign up to get your free copy. Stay tuned next week for part 2 of our chat. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you immensely. Have an awesome creative day.